The machine gun can be fired with the Arm 1 button.
Alright. We're gonna get some Einhander reps in.
The enemy set cannot be moved when the green core is destroyed. You can take an enemy gun pod when an immovable enemy approaches. The gun pod can be fired with the Arm 2 button.
Alright. Let's get into some rounds.
Achtung! Einhander kommt! 3 Sekunden bis Kontakt!
I have to remember my buttons. I don't know if I have a weapon switcher button mapped right now, which would kind of suck if that's the case. I wonder why my button is not working. It will not let me switch. I gotta figure this out. Hold on a second. We'll get this straightened out one way or the other. That's interesting. I see. I'm gonna switch to my main flash. That might help. Interesting. For some reason, my... It's never easy. Breaking out the custom. All right, how do we make this work? Oh, it's weird. It's doing double button presses. All right, we might have it now. Let's see.
There was a time, in the era of great chaos, when the Earth and the Moon were at war with
Achtung, Einhander kommt. 3 Sekunden bis Kontakt.
Oh, I think I have it now.
Received telegram from Conduct Satellite Hyperion. Order the following operation. The armored trains were discovered leaving the city on their way to the east. Pursue them and locate the enemy supply route.
All out of secondary weapons right now. That shot comes real fast. Unless, of course, you prioritize it. Or have a secondary weapon ready. Need that cannon. It's tough.
There was a time in the
Achtung, Einhander kommen. 3 Sekunden bis Kontakt.
Oof. Getting some of my maneuvers down with the button presses. Move to me. But playing a few rounds of Einhander is a good way to end the week, that's for sure.
There was a time in the era of great.
There was a time.
Achtung, Einhander kommen. 3 Sekunden bis Kontakt.
sometimes a rolling start is not great. I don't know.
There was a time.
Achtung, Einhander kommt. 3 Sekunden bis Kontakt.
Wasn't seeing it right there. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about the ship that can only hold one weapon at a time.
Receive
But it seems to have
telegram
a
from Conduct
stronger
Satellite Hyperion.
main
Order
shot,
the following operation.
which is cool.
The armored trains were discovered
I guess that's an
leaving
okay
the city on
trade-off.
their way to the east. Pursue them and locate the enemy supply route.
Yeah, those hovercraft definitely go down quicker. It makes the other ship look like it has a pea shooter. That was a close call right there. Ammo. This part's tough without a secondary weapon. Yo, what's up, Lord Shmup? How you doing? I need something secondary. Quick. I will take that cannon, thank you very much. I'll switch to that wasp, thank you very much. Switch to the cannon. Basically, when you have only one secondary weapon, you have to kind of switch a lot more because you run out of ammo quicker. Whereas where you have the 3 weapons to choose from, you can keep switching back and forth, loading up ammo on one, using the other. What's good, man, is it's the weekend and taking a little time to relax and play. How about you? Should I get the 2 wasps? I don't know. 700 ammo is pretty good. Ooh. Oh, I heard some good things about Slay the Spire 2. I played the first one a bit, and it sounds like this is just kind of more of what's good about part 1, which is usually a good thing if you ask me.
There was a time in the era of great chaos.
You could do up to like 4-player
when the
co-op with
Earth
part 2, right?
and the moon were.
Let's split the difference and go with 2 pods. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm just wanting to celebrate these games, man. I think they all deserve a lot more attention, you know? Also, I feel like as a YouTube shmup consumer, I just felt like there needs to be more shmup content, so I'm just trying to help fill that gap. Because that's the kind of stuff I want to see too. So I'm been watching your stuff with DFK, so keep that up for sure. I see. With this one having 2, you don't have a main shot. You actually have to use the 2 weapons. That's cool because I have double Vulcans right now. But you can't switch the position of the Vulcans on this one. I don't think I like this ship. I think I have to stick with the three slaughter. Yeah, I basically got a copy of this off of, I think it was eBay or might have been Mercari, but you can get the Japanese version for pretty cheap. I think I paid 25 or 30 bucks for it. But the American version, for whatever reason, I think it's because there were less pressed, so it's more rare. But the American version is like 60, 70 bucks. So I went with the Japanese version. I'm dying on purpose here. Going back to the main ship. Oh yeah, there are other ways too.
There was a time.
It's out there.
In the era of great chaos, when the Earth and the Moon.
Achtung, Einhander kommt. Drei Sekunden bis Kontakt.
I really do love this soundtrack, and I've been going back and listening to the music from a lot of late 90s PlayStation, early 2000s PlayStation type of music. There's a lot of drum and bass in a lot of the games, and you know, talk about like Wipeout music and even some of the Ridge Racer music. Going back to it, it's so good, it holds up so well. And then you have other artists like doing remixes of some of that music now. It's so good. You have people like Robo Rob and all the people at Faraga Records, and it's really nice because that kind of puts a fresh coat of paint on it, so you can listen to the originals and the remixes. Sounds like some more short content for me. Maybe long form. Oh, I have a Superstation on order too, man. What wave are you in? I'm in batch 3 as well. I'm not sure if, I think I felt like I was at the beginning of batch 3 because I ordered it in January, but maybe I'm not. And I went with the gray, which I think is like the last color to be produced. And I also ordered the dock, so I probably have to wait even longer. What color did you go with? Oh, I didn't see any estimate for my shipping. So end of March would be wild. I did see a picture of all the Wave 2 gray ones assembled. It was posted, I think, on Twitter. Yeah, I thought the gray was really nice. My second choice would have been black. But I like the retro gray. That was actually also one of the reasons why I bought the Einhander Japanese disc, because with the Superstation you're able to play region-free discs. The only problem was I didn't feel like waiting, so I ended up getting a PlayStation 2, which not very expensive. Yeah, I think it's so cool to be able to play the discs on that thing. Yeah, maybe you did play this back in the day. Who knows? I definitely didn't. I did not. I had a PlayStation 1 when it first came out, and then something happened where I didn't have it. I only had a few games for that system. I had like Metal Gear Solid, Ridge Racer, not that many games, and then I kind of moved on. And this game came out, I was well out of the PlayStation kind of ecosystem by this point. Is that 8-bit? Is that the arcade stick that you're going for? The gray arcade stick, or is that a controller? I don't know the model numbers.
Leaving the city on their way to the east. Pursue them and locate the enemy supply route.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think I saw that one. Pick up that Vulcan. Oh, ran right into the turret. Of course. You gotta pick that up before it falls. I did it again. I went to pick up the wasp, and then I rammed into the turret again. Let me try not to make that mistake. Go up and around. There we go. I got hit by the other turret. Yeah, this game, you know, that's what I was trying to say in the short. It's like this game was made in 1997, and it just, I don't know, it looks really nice even today. Like there are games that come out today that don't look this good.
There was a time in the era of great chaos.
Yeah, it's in 4x3.
When the Earth and the Moon were at war with each other.
Yep. And that whole saying, they don't make them like they used to. It's definitely true for this one. This is definitely one of those games that I have to practice, though. It's so different, at least in my eyes, it's so different to a lot of the other games that I play that I just have to, you kind of have to get in the groove with it. You know, I played it a while ago and now I'm rusty. You just have to kind of find your rhythm with it. It's so different. Yeah, definitely some memo. And then it's like, then you have to decide how much you like a game, or specifically a shmup, because then you spend a lot of time with it. So like for me, for DFK, I feel like I put in so many hours with that game that I could hop back into that game at any point and pretty much pick up where I left off. But you have to like a game enough to stick with it for that long to keep coming back to it, you know? They're all not like that. There are not any other games in this series. Unfortunately, I wish there was. I feel like maybe the closest you might get to something that looks or feels like this at all, at least because it came out in the same era, would be probably R-Type Delta. Really, I find DFK on Steam pretty solid on my end. What kind of issues do you see with DFK on Steam for you? I totally forgot about that. I usually kill him before he gets into that phase. Oh yeah, so I have a lot of issues with Shmups on Steam a lot because of multiple monitors. I have 3 monitors and it makes it even worse. So what I do with DFK, and you can try this, you'll probably have a better experience, especially since you're spending so much time with it. So what you do is, there's this app on Steam called Lossless Scaling. And I forget how much it costs. It's either $5 or $10. It's a utility that you could run when you run games. And what it does is, it helps, especially people out like Shmuppers like us, when you have multiple monitors and full screen doesn't work, or loading the game does some weird stuff with your monitors and your video settings. So what you do is you run DFK or another Shmup in windowed mode. And then lossless scaling allows you to scale it up while it's in windowed mode to full screen, and then you don't get that wonkiness. And it also helps when you're streaming as well, because with Mushi on Steam and with DFK on Steam, you know, I don't know if you've ever done this in OBS, but it makes a weird null.exe, and then if you flip out of it, you go back in, the game crashes or you can't get back in. So with lossless scaling, you can actually run it in windowed mode in full screen, and it performs well too. And it actually allows you to adjust some settings to make performance even better depending on your system. So if you're having trouble with it, I would highly recommend picking up lossless scaling on Steam and scaling it. I think the scale factor I use when I run DFK in windowed mode is scale factor of 2, and it works really well. You're welcome. Let me know if it works for you, because you know. And again, I use lossless scaling for a lot of other games too. A lot of old Shmups that you get off at like DL site and stuff like that, where again they were made in different resolutions. They weren't designed to run at high resolutions. So with lossless scaling, you just scale it up using that utility, and it's all good. And it works for other games too that have the same issue. So to me, it's a great utility to have. Grab the Vulcan. Back up. Grab the Wasp. Back up. Almost got clipped again. I gotta be real. There it is. Totally got me.
There was a time in the era
Oh, you know what,
of great
Lord
chaos,
Shmup?
when the Earth and the Moon
Now that I'm thinking
were
about
at
it,
war with each other.
I am trying to build up a new Discord server
A daredevil
with like-minded people
piloted a
with a big
bizarre
focus on
aircraft.
Shmups. Would
It
you
was
like an invite?
feared, and because of its shape, called Einhander.
Put it in China here. Be happy to have you. I'm just starting to work on building it out. Bringing a couple other people into it, and you know, if you know some like-minded people, feel free to invite them, and hopefully we'll get some good conversations going. Actually made a channel in there specifically for creators called discuss creating in the content section. And, I feel like we don't have a real place to go to talk about creating content and those kinds of things. So, hopefully we could use that as a place there. And definitely thank you for supporting my vids. I'm definitely all about supporting yours as well. Yeah, send me yours as well.
Achtung, Einhander kommen. 3 Sekunden bis Kontakt.
And also, definitely make use of our self-promotion channel there. I usually am trying to post my stuff in there, and feel free to use it. I know sometimes people don't use the self-promotion channels, but you make something, post it in there. That is not the place I want to die. You're welcome, man. Thanks for joining. Yeah, Des joined a while back, and we didn't really keep it. Not we. I didn't do a very good job of getting any activity going. I think my invite for the server expired, and I just kind of let the server kind of hang out there for a while. So this week I decided that, hey, let's take some steps to really bring this Discord server to life. So you're in on the ground floor. And if there's a channel that we don't have, let me know. Happy to put anything in there that we feel like would be useful. Cool, thanks. That's one of the things I like the most is hosting game deals, because I feel like they come at me all different ways, and I like to share them because sometimes there are some really good deals going on. All right, see, I'm I'm doing so much more damage to this guy. I cut off his arm before he even got to the next phase. I think that does it. Trying to fake you out. You think he's still alive, but he's really dead. It's, well, you know, you just gotta dismantle him as fast as possible and DPS him down, and then you don't have to deal with the other phases. Those other phases get a little nuts.
The city on their way to the east. Pursue them and locate the enemy supply route.
So I feel pretty good about stage 1. Now I gotta get stage 2 a little bit more just down. Having the cannon here really helps. The cannon is just a beast. Take these things out real quick. Oh, I couldn't get that Vulcan in time. This is just an anxiety-causing section. You're in close quarters with these turrets, and the camera's moving you back and forth. A lot of anxiety there. Got that 16x going. That's pretty good. Give me that cannon. Give me that wasp. I wonder if there's a setting where when I pick up a different weapon, it doesn't auto change. That's one of the things I would like, because a lot of the times when I pick up a weapon, I don't want to change. And then I have to change back and waste 2 or 3 button presses. Like, I just picked up that cannon for ammo only, and then I had to switch back to my Vulcan. I have not tried the Hedgehog weapon yet. I love this music. And I needed that Vulcan ammo. Let's see if we get to stage 2 boss. I missed that wasp ammo. These guys are firing at me. I'm actually going to switch to the wasp for homing. They're doing it again. Close quarters. Pulling out that cannon. Oh! That was terrible. Alright, man. Sounds good. Happy shmupping to you. I gotta memorize those moves. A couple more
There
rounds
was
for
a
this.
time in the era of great chaos when the
Achtung, Einhander kommt. 3 Sekunden bis Kontakt.
Oh. Can't do that. Kill me.
There was a time in the era of
There was a time.
Achtung, Einhander kommt. 3 Sekunden bis Kontakt.
Oh, man. I'm gonna have to take a break. I'll give it one more shot with this last life. Oh, man. All right, I got to take a break. If you're still there, Lord Shmup, thanks for stopping by. I'll talk to you soon.